Why Not? A queer podcast.
Thank you to our sponsor, Pineapple Healthcare, an award-winning primary care clinic right here in Orlando.
Pineapple Healthcare offers mental health counseling, HIV, STI testing and treatment, and specializes in care for the LGBTQ plus community.
Open Monday through Saturday. Call today at 407-553-6336 and schedule your appointment.
Pineapple Healthcare. Better together.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rick Todd.
And I'm Jeremy Williams, and you're listening to Wine.
Why Not? A queer podcast.
Episode 151. All right.
Look, we did it. I remember the last time, and hopefully we don't have the kind of technical issues we had last time, but last time we recorded, we sucked.
We did. It was awful. And I was nervous because I did not pull the script up. I was like, you know what? I can do this off script. Because here's an interesting story that made me remind me when I said off script. You know, back in the 90s, Macaulay Culkin, he hosted SNL.
Yes.
You know, in SNL, they use like the cue cards, and you can usually tell when they're reading the cue cards.
Yes, 100%.
Do you know Macaulay Culkin's dad, when Macaulay Culkin did the show, he demanded not only that Macaulay not be on cue cards, that he know all his lines by heart, but that all the cast know it, and said Macaulay Culkin will not do the show unless everybody learns their lines. He wants no cue cards. And it was the only episode of SNL where they didn't. All the cast were so pissed because Lorne Michaels was like, "Okay," and they didn't do cue cards that episode. And the staff
That's
was
gotta be
so
tough
pissed.
because they don't pick the script until 10 minutes before the fucking show. Right?
You're putting this together in less than a week, and he's like, "Yeah, you know that shit you've been doing for 30 plus years? We're changing it because I'm Macaulay Culkin's dad."
So is it widely known that he's a dick, or was that the first sign?
No. Macaulay Culkin has talked about it open. Actually, all the kids, I think, well, they're not kids anymore, but they've all talked about how their father. He famously tried to divorce his parents because they were terrible.
So there's like one cue card guy, right?
I think so. I don't know.
think that there should be three or four.
I have yet to be able to sit in the audience there because it's a whole lottery at the beginning of each season. I didn't make it.
My favorite thing to watch on it, one of my favorite things. Come on, my absolute favorite thing is Drunk Uncle, and he should be in every fucking episode. But to see, like, you got like the scenes going on over here, and the actors looking over here, reading a cue card, and everything's happening over here.
You can always see them like looking over each other's shoulders. I think that's part of the charm of the show. How dare you come in, Macaulay Culkin's father, and try to change it?
Did you watch the Christmas one?
Yes.
My favorite scenes are the ones where they get so gruesome, and like, you know, the one where like it's that
the Home Alone one,
the where they do the parody of the one where they stand on the desk. What was that movie?
Oh, Dead Poets Society.
Yeah, Dead Poets Society. They stand on the desk and like the ceiling fan knocks all their heads off and blood squirting everywhere. I pissed myself laughing at that. And then when they did it with the Home Alone, perfect. And Ariana Grande as Macaulay Culkin, perfect.
I don't know her name. I will learn her name. But the one who plays Kevin's mom in that, and she did the farting one where they kept scaring her and she would fart. She is my new favorite actress on the show. I love her.
She's new this season, right?
She was one of the part-time players last year, but she's a new cast member. Yeah, I love her.
That scene where they kept scaring her and she would fart.
I love that. By the way,
it doesn't take much for me. Just
can you hear my mouth drop or my cough drop clanking while I talk? Because it's clanking on my jaw. Hold on.
No, but I can't hear you. You sound a little lispy.
I'm gonna spit it out. That leads me into quickly what one of the things before we get into the 151 of what I did this week is 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, and I think we took it. Did we have to take an episode off, or did we do it? But I was like sick as a dog.
Were you so sick you don't remember we didn't record last week?
I couldn't. Yeah, I don't even remember.
You had to work. That's what
no, that was last week. But I had the flu a couple of weeks ago.
Correct.
I now have the flu again. I saw it on the news. There's apparently a flu pandemic going around New York City right now, and everyone at work is bouncing it back and forth. We have at least 2 or 3 call outs a day. It's nuts.
And it's one that the shot doesn't
The shot didn't do
help
nothing
with.
for.
Yeah, that's I gotta say you're a trooper because I am the definition of man flu. If I had
Yeah.
even a little scratch in my throat, I would cancel the podcast forever. Like it'd be like no.
Honestly,
So you're a trooper.
If we did it last week, I probably would have canceled this one. But I was like, ugh. I got to get soup and NyQuil or Dayquil and cough drops. So I told Chris, I was like, we couldn't do it last week because because of the flu, I had to work more shifts to cover people. I was like, I can't cancel 2 weeks in a row. So I will push through the sniffles and the scratchy throat.
So is your roommate upset with me? Did you ask him why he said goodbye to everybody at the table except me? Do you remember that?
No, did he say goodbye to everybody but you?
You even yelled at him like as he was leaving, and I was
Did
like,
I?
I said I think I irritated your roommate.
I
I said I think I irritated your roommate, and you're like why? And I was like, because he said goodbye to everyone except me, and then we watched him as he said goodbye to the last 3 people, and then walked away. And you were like, you yelled his name out, and he kept walking. And then I was like, I think I offended him, but I thought I was being funny. Do you ever do you think you're being funny and then you're not funny and somebody doesn't take it the right way?
No,
So
whenever I'm being funny, I am funny.
well, I laughed. I was fucking hilarious. But so what? We'll get into it later, of course, because it'll involve the trip. But we went for Dylan's birthday. We went to New York, and then we went to dinner. And after dinner, we went to Don't Tell Mamas, which is a piano bar in Restaurant Row. And Chris and Jeremy met us there, and we were having a great time. But Dylan's friend, I don't know. I don't know if I should say her name or not. She's probably listening to see if I do, but I don't know if I should.
She said she listens.
She does. Well, she watches. People think they listen. They watch the video clips. So hopefully this will make it into a video clip, so she'll see this part where I mention her name.
She'll see.
Otherwise, she'll never know.
You didn't talk about me at all.
Did you know that? Did you know this? Palm was told Danny. She's like, I listen to the podcast. They're hilarious. I love it. And
I didn't know that. Hey, Palm.
Because this is before the videos were online, and she's like, oh, they look hilarious. And Danny's like, what do you mean they look hilarious? She's like, I see the videos. He was like, those are like 30-second clips. The podcasts are like an hour and 40 minutes long. She's like, oh. So anyway, that's why I think people think they're listening when they see the clips. Anyway, his friend Ellen and her daughter and Chris hit it off.
Yeah.
Best of friends. Immediately, but not just in conversation, but like really hit it off. So he's sitting next to me, and she's sitting at the very opposite end of the table on the other side of the table. So like they needed to get close to each other to have a conversation. So they were both leaned over the table. Chris is practically sitting on my lap.
It's a very loud place.
Yeah, it was very loud. It's a piano bar, and it's not where you go
Lots
to
of
catch
people,
up. You don't go to catch up with people. You go to listen to people sing, and if you try to catch up, you're just shouting over them, and then they sing louder and screech, and it's crazy. So they were just like on top of each other, like, girl this, girl that, and we should do this. And they're all like making plans to do it. And so I said, Chris, why don't you switch seats with me? And he said, why? You don't want to sit next to your husband? And I said, no, I don't want to sit next to you. So we swapped seats, and I was just being playful. I didn't really mean to say like, I don't want to sit next to you. It was like, sit closer to your new friend. It's fine.
No,
anyway,
he did not seem at all mad or irritated with you.
Yeah, he'll be like, what did that queer say? I don't even know. He'll be like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Rick was there?
Yeah, I mean, we had been drinking and stuff, so I doubt he even remembers.
He was more mad at you. He paid for everybody's drinks at the table except yours.
Except for mine! I'm like, I get that, you want to be hospitable, be like, oh, you all came in to visit, let me get you drinks. I had, 3 or 4 glasses of wine? You can throw that shit on yours. That's fine, whatever.
I think that he just ended up buying their shot. He bought
I think it was just the shots he ended up buying. Yeah, because they did a round of shots. And
what do you think? At what age do people age out of shots? Do they?
I mean, I think there's an age where you probably should age out of shots, and then there's an age that, like, a lot of gay men still do shots. I don't do shots. I rarely drink alcohol.
I haven't sat at a table where people did shots in forever.
Yeah.
So when it was like, hey, do y'all want to do a shot? And I was like, well, that's There are people at this table of age to do that. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's go back in time and pretend we just
Yes.
finished the opening of this podcast, because I know everybody's like,
151.
talk about 151. I had to go back and read my
Kate-
notes from last time as if it never happened.
Caitlin's gonna love this one because this is like 90% Pokemon related, because 151 apparently is a big number in Pokemon. But before we get into that, 151, it's a palindrome. For those who don't know, a palindrome is something that is the same way forwards and backwards. You remember Bacardi 151?
Yeah, I looked it up. I was like, what alcohol is 151? It didn't show up in my search.
Yeah, it was. Your searches are. They're like,
Oh wait, I
don't
think
drink.
yeah, they banned it after a while.
Yeah, well, yeah, they discontinued it in 2016 because of how strong it is. But it was anytime you went to a bar and got a drink or a shot that was lit on fire, 9 times out of 10 it had Bacardi 151 in it. So, well, I don't know what they put in your fire shots now, but
I aged out.
Bacardi. Yeah, me too. Me too. In fact, here's how much I aged out. I didn't realize they didn't have Bacardi 151 anymore.
I didn't actually so much realize that I aged out. It took a judge to tell me.
True.
The judge
There's a court
said,
order that aged you out.
You sir have aged out.
And then the last one I have is Pokemon related. So Pokemon 151, or the Scarlet and Violet expansion pack, was a popular pack of the original 151 Kanto region Pokemon that were released. This is I don't know. Caitlin can confirm this. Wikipedia says
she has her volume
was,
on, so she's confirming it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was one of the most popular expansions for Pokemon. And it went from Bulbasaur, I guess, which was Pokemon number 1, to Pokemon 151, which is Mew, a mythical Pokemon so rare only a few experts worldwide have found it. It apparently originates in South America and is said to South America, where it originated. It is said that it appears only to those who are true at heart and have a strong passion to see it.
Jen would never see it. I'm just kidding.
Ah.
Jen is probably the only one that would. So let me get this right.
Yeah.
If you chase Pokemon, like that game on your phone, right? And you walk around.
That's the whole thing. The game, the movie, the TV show, the cards, it's all about chasing a Pokemon.
So you chase a Pokemon. If you want to see that one, you have to go to South America? Like no one's going to walk around Lake Eola and see it.
It originates in South America. If you want to see it, you have to be true of heart and have a strong passion to see it. I'm sure it travels like all Pokemon.
I mean, I'm not going to call bullshit
Here.
on that, but I'm going to say.
Here's another thing with this Pokemon that makes it even more iconic. The DNA of the Mew is said to contain the genetic code of every Pokemon, meaning that every Pokemon is descended from Mew, which basically means Mew is the Jesus of Pokemon.
Mew looks like it does some damage with that tail. Is that its thing? Oh.
Yeah,
from that angle, it didn't look like a tail. She showed
looks
me
like a baby version of the one from last week, Mewtwo. Are they related? Because they look the same. They're the same little cat alien thing.
Let me see.
So I'm being told Mewtwo is a clone of Mew.
I never liked their music. Mewtwo. So, there you go.
So, Mewtwo. Mewtwo.
From the Meowshua tree.
And you can watch all of their videos on YouTube.
What a stupid dad joke.
All right, that's all I have.
Tree.
That's all I have for 151. What do you got?
I am just everything that I have to offer this podcast is really just a guessing game for you, Jeremy.
All right.
All kinds of lists, all kinds of things. Friends, episode 151. What do you think it is? Now, it's been a couple of weeks since we talked about it, so I don't know if you know what the one was before it. I think it had to do with the one with Rachel's assistant or something. Might have been the one before.
Oh, Tad. Is this the one where they all turned 30?
No. Oh, that's probably one of my least favorite episodes.
It's like a flashback episode, like a clip show, but not really a clip show because it's all flashbacks of when they're turning 30, but it
I
feels like a clip
yeah.
show.
I forget what it was like to turn 30, but now that I'm 50, I'm like, stop whining. You're just 30. Like, was it a big sad milestone? I thought it would be like, cool, I'm 30, but then you get to be 40 and you're like, I can't believe I'm 40. And then you turn 50 and you're like, I can't believe I only have 5 years left to live.
When I turned
Make
30,
the most.
that was 2009. That was a good year. I had a really good year in 2009 when I turned 30. That's the year that I had my birthday at Pulse with a bunch of people that I worked at Express Scripts with. There's a big
Oh.
photo of us in the white room when they had the white room, and there's like 15 of us from Express Scripts. It was a good time. Good time. Anywho's,
Your birthday is just inevitably tied to Pulse, isn't it?
my whole life is.
All right, so here we are, episode 151. Do you
151.
want to know what happens in the plot summary?
Because there aren't a whole lot of Tad episodes, so I know it's going to be a Tad episode. Is it the one where it's overnight, like where Joey and Ross get locked up on the roof with the asteroid?
I don't know. AI gave me the synopsis of it, so I can't say.
All right, tell me what it is.
It says something about Phoebe and Ross navigating an awkward date, and I think it's probably Ross and Rachel that navigate an awkward date.
No, they're talking about the one where Ross and Phoebe date the couple that's going through a divorce. And the girl is played by the lady from Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh,
the
Mira
mean girl.
Sorvino?
No, the mean girl.
Oh.
The mean girl, yeah.
Okay.
She plays the wife, and they go to the ballet, Ross and her. And Phoebe comes over that morning because they're going to go to a breakfast date, Ross and this new girl. And she's telling him all the terrible things that her ex-husband had said. And she's like, because she's outside the door, and she goes, the door's not soundproof. And Phoebe's like, nothing is ever good enough for her.
Phoebe's hilarious.
It's a funny episode. I love Phoebe. It's a good
I was
episode.
watching at lunch today. I was watching the last one, and she's so funny because she's yelling at Ross because he wants to go to the airport. And she's like, "Get your coat, get your coat!" And he keeps talking. He's looking around. And he's like, "Where's my coat?" And she's like, "You didn't bring one!" And she's screaming at him to go. Very funny. Now this one, the title of this one has to do with Chandler and Monica. In this episode, Chandler struggles with taking good photos of his and Monica's engagement picture. I think it's he couldn't smile.
Photo. Yeah, he has a weird smile.
Yeah.
And in the end, they just end up having Joey sit in for them. So the engagement photo is Joey and Monica.
It's what's funny is like now ChatGPT went into a long explanation of how it came with that number. What I have to put in there to make sure it tells me the real episode now is ridiculous. My love of AI is diminishing. So anyway, in 1927, in the 1927 season, Babe Ruth played in 151 games to reach his record of 60 home runs. Which, for baseball fans is an interesting fact. Area code 151.
Oh, I did see this. Liverpool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Several medications use 151 as an imprint code, including ibuprofen. And for sci-fi nerds and podcast nerds, there is a sci-fi fiction podcast called Station 151. Now, I have no idea what it's about. It's about sci-fi. Here you go. This is the 151st. I think you're going to get this one. Let's see if we should start with the movie. I don't know if you're going to get the movie. You're not going to get the movie. We'll start with that.
Okay.
All right. This movie was made in 1987. Director Peter Greenaway. And it stars Brian Dennehy.
Manhunter.
I'm going to give you the synopsis because I'm going to tell you ridiculously. You can get the title of the movie from the synopsis.
Okay.
An American architect arrives in Italy supervising an exhibition for a French architect who is famous for his oval structures. Through the course of 9 months, he becomes obsessed with his belly, suffers severe stomach pains, loses his wife, exhibition, his unborn child, and finally his own life.
way to spoil the ending there. Is it called The Belly?
It is called
Oh, is it?
The Belly of an Architect.
All right.
I'm so proud of you. That's awesome.
I'm gonna check that out. That sounds very
Yeah,
intriguing.
I
I
mean-
do love a good Brian Dennehy film.
Listen, this came out in 1987, so I'm sorry if we spoiled it. That's like when I think I talked about this before on some award show. They talked about Thelma and Louise driving off the cliff at the end of the movie. And I was like, rude. I haven't watched it yet. And I was like, well, that was 10 years ago. All right, here we go. This I think you can get. This is the 151st greatest director of all time. He directed the 2021 Cyrano, starring Peter Dinklage. He directed Pan in 2015. Yeah. Darkest Hour, 2017. Anna Karenina, 2012. And Pride and Prejudice.
All movies I've seen.
I was going to say, I thought Darkest Hour would have given it away.
Who directed The Darkest Hour? That's the one that Gary Oldman won his Oscar for, playing Winston Churchill. And for the life of me, I do not remember the guy's name who directed all that.
Joe Wright.
Joe Wright.
Did you ever know that?
I don't think so. I think you might be Joe wrong.
I think you should ask Joe Mama.
Oh. Oh.
Hi,
Your hype crew
hi,
back there is
Mrs.
going
Williams.
nuts.
What's that?
I said your hype crew is going nuts over there. Like, oh no.
For some
Yeah,
reason,
no, that's one of those directors where it's like I've seen all your movies and I couldn't pick you out in a lineup.
yeah,
I'm sorry to that man.
it happens. It happens.
Anyway.
so what do you want to talk about? I mean, tell me about how things have been going with you aside
Okay.
from your flu.
So
in whatever capacity you want to do that, because we haven't chatted for 2 weeks.
for 2 weeks, yeah. Although I've seen you in that 2-week period, we haven't chatted on the film or on camera. So like I said, there is a flu outbreak going on right now. So anybody who is planning on coming to New York, at least through the month of January, I highly recommend getting your flu shot. Although I have had numerous nurses and doctors tell me that this year's flu shot is in no way protecting against the actual strands of flu that are going around.
It's
but
probably
it
a
does
placebo. Knowing the
Knowing the
No.
CDC of this administration, it probably is a placebo. They probably, what was that, ivermectin, that horse tranquilizers? That's what they shot us all up with. That'll do it.
It's a worm. They're like the
so
worm
yeah, so
will
I
eat
got
it, and then it goes
sick.
to your brain.
So I missed a lot of shifts. So this past week, just been working a ton. And I gotta say, anybody listening, this doesn't apply now because the holiday season is over. But next year, when you're out and about and you're shopping and doing your holiday, buying your holiday gifts, be nice to the retail workers. There is absolutely no reason for you to get pissed because you, particularly on Christmas Eve, don't come in an hour before we close on Christmas Eve and then be pissed we don't have the size shoe that you want. You knew Christmas was coming and you knew your sister or your daughter or your mom wanted this particular pair of boots and how big her foot is. Don't come in pissed at me that we don't have any more size 10s. Anyway, happy holidays, everyone.
Do people do this? Do they just buy like the wrong size so that they can open a present and see them, and then they're like,
Yes.
let's take them back and exchange them?
Yes, absolutely. They'll
Is
come
that,
in and
is
they'll
that
be like,
frowned upon in the world of Uggs?
I will say this hoping that no one from Uggs listens to this podcast. If they do that, I personally did not advise anyone of this, but I did hear people advising them of this. If you buy them there, do not return them back to the same store. Because if you buy them and you return them, we lose our commission.
We
But
had
if
that whole
you take
conversation
them-
today.
And you go to another UGG store or another Macy's and you exchange them, because they won't give you your money back. But they don't like to do it, but I'll tell you this. If you buy something at the UGGs and Macy's, you can return it to any UGGs or any Macy's in exchange for another shoe. then we don't lose our commission. But if you take it back to the same Macy's and you get your money back, we lose our commission. If you get a shoe that's not of the same value, we lose whatever that commission difference is. So, yeah, don't bring the shoe back to the same place you buy it. And that applies to anybody that works commission. If you take it to a different store, because they're not going to look it up by an employee number if you go to a different store, they won't lose their commission.
But if you're going to exchange it, then they can bring it back.
Yeah, as long as you're going to exchange it for the same price,
Yeah.
or you're going to spend more money. If you're going to bring it back and then want a more expensive boot, by all means, come back.
We were talking about that earlier because I was saying, like, it's not likely that you would have to work late today because it's probably calmed down a lot, except for returns or exchanges. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if they take their money away.
Yeah, they do. And the nice thing is they put their foot down, at least at UGGs, that we're not taking online returns back. Because Macy's has an entire center downstairs in the basement to handle online returns. And that ding goes against Macy's. So the people downstairs will send them up to UGGs because we lease the space. So they're like, oh, go upstairs and exchange them with them up there so you can pick out what shoe you want to exchange for so that we get the ding for the return. So they're like, don't know. If it's purchased on a website, you take it downstairs to the online people. We don't want to look at any shoe you got online. Unless you bought it in
Classic
this building.
Macy's.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's been fun. I have not been offered a permanent position there. So if and when my final day comes around, I will give you all the dirt on Macy's and UGGs. I'll teach
Give me
them
all the
for
secrets.
not hiring me full time.
I thought they offered you a full time. No, when you first started, they were like, "Hey, you're great. Stay full time."
They had commented, they're like, "Oh, it would be great if you stayed," kind of in passing, but there was no official offer, and there hasn't been one yet. But that doesn't mean it won't come. We'll see. Although I hear the spring and summer sales drop off, and then like you're scrambling trying to sell one boot a week, and I was like, maybe I'll just come back next year and be seasonal.
It's I imagine it's got to be hard to sell a fuzzy boot in the summer,
which they're trying to expand out of. They are moving on becoming seasonless. So for the spring and summer, I saw I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I saw the new lines coming out for spring and summer. They have some really cool sandals and sneakers and like summery type shoes that are kind of really cool. So they're trying to branch out of just the winter boot. And I passed this information off to my manager and my district manager. I said, for the summer, you need to get UGG branded fans and sell them, and bags. Everybody loves bags, and everybody here has a bag. Get UGG bags.
Yeah, people spend a lot of money.
UGGs is kind of going on this whole full circle thing where they're starting. They've always been kind of like, a brand where people are like, during winter, it's like, it's kind of chic to have UGGs. But they're getting very viral with a couple of shoes lately, and their social media game is like really good. So I was like, lean into that and get like bags and hire.
I need a fuzzy clack fan. I want to see a $250 UGGs fan.
I'd buy it
next season. That's what I want to see.
But yeah, so things are going good. And the work wise, you know what I did? So Chris, he was working in Massachusetts, so he was gone for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I was here alone. So I worked Christmas Eve, and then I went to Washington Square Park after work because I saw on TikTok that there is this group of guys who. So you've lived here, so you've been to Washington Square Park, yeah?
Yes.
Where the arch is, and they've got that big fountain there. So during the winter, obviously they don't have the fountain going because it's cold. So they turn the fountain off and it's drained. So this group of guys go out there and they do lightsaber duels in the drained fountain. So I went, I got a coffee, and I just chilled out there. And for about an hour or so, watched a bunch of grown men with light up lightsabers, like not like cheap little ones, like the ones you get like at a dollar store, but like quality sound effects, choreographed fights.
Those things are expensive.
It was phenomenal. It was cold. They have the Christmas tree there. There were people there. There was a couple of guys next to me who brought their pizzas, and they'd be like doing their duels, and then someone would stab, and one of the yahoos over there with the pizza would yell, "Hey, he stabbed you! You're dead!" Throughout the whole experience, every time somebody gets stabbed, he had to remind them, "You're dead." But it was a good time.
You know, that does sound interesting, I guess. You know, like that'd be cool to watch. I thought you were going to get into this, like it was this LARPing thing where it was like, you know, cardboard swords and tablecloth capes and, you know, and then I was going to get excited about that. But
I'd have gone to see
like,
that too.
People heckling the LARPers. See, it's because
Yeah,
I would find that hilarious. I'll never find that Pokemon you were talking about. You know what I mean? Like I would never the sand lion mouth would never open up for me to walk through and find the lamp. It just
no. You lack passion and heart.
I have it. I just also have. I also make fun of people. So like,
but it was probably, I was telling this to Chris, and I was like, when you have like this idea of, oh, I'm going to go to New York, of what like an ideal moment in New York would be like. So I'm sitting there in the cold with my coffee. Pizza boys are heckling the sword fighters, the lightsaber fighters as they're dueling. There's a guy probably about 30 feet or so behind me that has not like a handheld, like his phone or a handheld radio. He's on a push cart, has a full stereo, and he's playing rap music in the middle of the park on this giant stereo on a push cart. And while this is all happening, I saw two rats run across the fountain where they were fighting over, I don't know, a piece of bread or something. They were fighting over some food, and two little rats went running by. And I was like, this is the New York I was looking for. This is what the movies told me New York would be. Rap music blaring behind me, lightsaber duels in the fountain, rats fighting over food.
I wonder if they were the two rats in Jen's attic. Maybe they went on vacation with us. They stowed away in the suitcase to go. Yeah,
like,
that's a pretty
all
classic.
Rats should vacation to New York.
That's a pretty classic New York moment.
Yeah, so it was good. Christmas I spent at the movies. I went and saw Anaconda with Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Yeah, I
and
hear
that
it don't.
It was fine. I expected a lot from it, and I love Jack Black, and Paul Rudd's nice too. I love everything Jack Black does. So I was a little disappointed. I thought it would be. I don't know. I expected more, but it was fine. It was a fine movie. It had some funny moments. But I will say all the funny moments are in the trailer. So you just watch the trailer.
It needed Jack Black playing a teenage girl, and Kevin Hart.
Or Jack Black's just an animated film, because everything Jack Black does that he does a voiceover for animation is always fantastic. So, but I like him. Then I saw the new Avatar film, which was also, it was fine. It was cool. It was all right.
Was it the way of land?
Nah, it's basically just like the first two movies. It's all the same stuff. I mean, the effects are great. They did a Avenger Doomsday trailer in the beginning, which is kind of the whole point that I went, but it was the Steve Rogers teaser trailer, which I was like, ugh. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but the next Avengers movie is Doomsday. And for the next 4 weeks, at the start of Avatar, they're running one of the teaser trailers, and then the big trailer will be that last week. So they did the X-Men trailer this week, so I might actually go back and watch the trailer.
But I don't understand.
You don't understand what?
The last Avengers movie was called Endgame.
Yes.
So there's another one? You can go beyond Endgame?
Endgame for that area, for that story. It was Endgame for the Infinity story.
For Thanos.
Thanos, yes. This is Dr. Doom.
That's a whole new thing.
Yes. Although it's tied to
that has
so it's
Robert Downey
really
Jr. in it, just
he's
not
playing
as
Dr. Doom.
Not as the other guy. He just
And Chris Evans is coming back as Steve Rogers. There's a whole time jump thing like from the last movie. But the X-Men are going to be in it. It's good. It's going to be great for the fans.
Yes. I'll go and see it.
That.
I will enjoy it. I will not understand how it relates to any of the others, but I'll like it.
So then I pumped myself full of coffee, made sure I was wide awake, and I went and saw Hamnet again because I was like, you know what? All the critics are saying it's the best movie of the year. So I was like,
you're getting into these movies for free.
Oh yeah, I'm AMC
Yeah,
A-list. Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I could tell you're getting it for free.
Yeah, come
Like I'm gonna
January
go
when
watch.
we're
I'm gonna
talking-
pay $20 to go to a movie to watch the trailer.
Yeah. Come January when I'm talking about the slop that's being put in theaters, just know I'm going only because it's free.
So was it better the
Um,
second time?
Still, I don't get it. It's a fine movie. It's a fine movie, but it's very talky. It's very boring. It's very Shakespearean.
I bet
just
it's
a
no holiday
very-
sitter.
It's very fine. Oh, we didn't get to talk about
We
that.
did
I
it.
gotta.
Did
you
you
know
even
what?
watch it?
I did, and I liked it. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
It's definitely up the
no,
hallmark.
you did not.
Yeah.
I
I
will
did.
not. No, I refuse to accept that.
In fact, what we talk about later, it's in my top 5.
No,
I'm
it's
just kidding,
no,
not.
it's the worst. It's in the bottom. It's the
Here's
worst
the thing.
movie.
How is it worse than? It's the exact same thing as every other Hallmark movie.
No, I'm going to tell you how.
They're all
right.
the same.
They are, right? And they are, but the acting is at least okay. So the Christmas writer, at least the acting was on point, you know. And in every Hallmark movie, the acting is on point. This guy who stars in this, I mean,
Jonathan Bennett, he's
like,
hot.
listen,
I like him.
good for you, man. And I get that you're trying to be this over the top kind of caricature of a person, but everyone else was a normal human being. And he was so far beyond a real human being that there was nothing redeemable about it. Like, it was the worst. I was like, please,
can see what you're
this
saying,
guy, just don't
but
even
I can see what
go
you're
with
saying,
him
but
at the end.
still, it's a Hallmark movie. I was fine with it. I thought it was cute.
It would have been really cute if he had just played it like a normal person.
Yes.
Anyway,
He did.
Yeah.
He was bug-eyed a lot in it. Like he was like surprised, wide-eyed.
listen,
Is a little much.
here's an
But it was
example of
cute.
how ridiculous this is. So he's supposed to watch his sister's kids, and he doesn't care about his family. He doesn't care about family at all. But his sister's in a bind, and he has to watch his sister's kids before Christmas. And he goes to the neighbor's house to ask the neighbor for some help on something. Or he's going to the wrong house. He's going to the wrong house. He thinks it's like, he's like, oh, this must be their house, but it's actually the neighbor's house. So he goes up to the door. The neighbor has a dog. So he goes up to the door and he like knocks or rings the bell or something like that. And then the dog barks. And the dog barks, he flies backwards. Like he got shot with a bazooka, flies backwards into the arms of the neighbor, who's like, whoa, buddy, I got you. And it's like, wait, I often fall back 15 feet every time a dog barks. I mean, come on. The dog is inside the house. He wouldn't have fallen that far back if the dog actually jumped on him.
You're talking like you've never seen a Hallmark movie before.
They're
They're all ridiculously
you
stupid
understand
like that.
the people who come and sit in my house and watch TV? I've
all
seen
they
every
do
one of
in
them.
Hallmark movies is trip over things and fall into each other's arms very dramatically.
A little more realistically. Oh, speaking of falling into people's arms, because we don't talk about this movie anymore. We didn't actually really cover it, so we can do it next year. Your husband, did you see this? Your husband is cheating on you with a woman.
Which one?
Nicholas Galitzine.
No.
Have you not seen the preview? This preview played when you watch when you have Sling and you watch TV on Sling. They play the same 3 commercials over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So the 100-Day Hero or something, 100-Day Hero. It's basically George and Mary, but he's sleeping with a woman, and it's for 100 days. He's
sleeping with her for 100 days,
something like that. But you'll like it. I mean, he's shirtless and doing it, but it's not going to have that red, white, and royal blue kick for you. I don't
okay.
imagine.
When we talk later, I found something that's giving me that red, white, and royal blue kick.
Why did you finish?
Heated Rivalry?
Did you finish it?
Yeah,
I can't.
I did.
I can't.
Oh, you need to.
No.
How far have you picked it up after the first
2 episodes? Listen, I asked somebody who watched the whole thing, and I said, does it stop being softcore porn? And they said no. And I was like,
it does.
Does a relationship develop? And they were like, I mean, obviously, but it's still. And then I saw this reel that somebody had recorded the last scene in a bar, and they recorded because apparently there were viewing parties for this and recorded everybody's reaction to it. And I was like, that 30 seconds is all I needed to see.
No.
Yeah.
Whoever you talk to did not watch the show because a relationship develops. Another relationship that ties into it developed. The first 2 episodes are straight up softcore porn. There's sex in the other ones, but it's nowhere near like that in the other four. It's 6 episodes, so there's 4 episodes left, and it is absolutely amazing. It is in my top 5.
And their press tour that they're doing reeks of Elphaba and Glenda. It's getting a little too much for me. They're like,
No,
hold
I
my.
love it.
I was gonna say hold my sack, but I'll explain that. So I did watch them do an interview where they were talking about the shower scenes and how you're wearing these things that it's weird because it holds everything in place and it's not going to move. But when water hits it, it fills up with water. So as you're sitting there trying to have this like intense sexual scene with somebody, like below the waist, these balloons are filling up and they're like bumping into each other and they're trying not to laugh. And I thought that was cute and funny. And then between takes, they have to ring it out. One of them is gay. Are any of them gay? One of them is.
Neither one of them have officially come out, and we don't push anyone out of the closet.
No, not at all. I assumed one of them.
No, they Kit Connor came out because a lot of people are online being like, "Oh, if you're gonna play gay characters, you need to come out then." And Kit Connor came out and said, "Dude, leave them the fuck alone. You ruined my life. Don't ruin theirs."
Yeah, right. Everyone's coming out story is their own, and nobody needs to be forced in any way. Anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you. You were talking about...
No, you're good. The only other thing this week that I did that was kind of cool is, so New Year's Eve, obviously, everybody knows they do a big deal in Times Square. They drop the ball, and then they dump, like, millions and millions and millions of pieces of confetti on top of the crowd. So what they do is they're pretty decent. I mean, they're... On TV, they look like little pieces of paper, but they're a pretty decent-sized piece of paper. And the weeks prior to New Year's Eve, they have stands set up in Times Square where you go in and you write your wish for 2026 onto the piece of the confetti, and then it gets thrown in the bucket. And then when the ball drops, everyone's wishes gets dumped on Times Square in the confetti. And it's supposed to be a tradition where your wish, whatever you write on the little confetti, comes true. So I went down and wrote a nice little wish on my confetti, and
I suppose you're not going to tell us what this wish is.
No, you can't tell. You can't tell what the wish is. It won't come true.
Is there a time frame on your wish? Like, will you know 2 weeks into the new year?
By the end of next year, I will let you know if my wishes come true.
I'm not going to care at the end of next year. You know what I would write on it?
In fact, when we're talking about the house sitter next year, then I will tell you what the wish is.
Jesus Christ! I hope this podcast ends before Christmas next year.
My wish is that you learn to love that movie.
Not gonna happen. I will share your obsession with Heated Rivalry before I could ever like the. Now, of course, if Jonathan Bennett was on the show, I'd be like, man, that was great. Do you know what I would write on the thing? I would write like a stick figure with an arrow going through its head, and I'd write "You're next," and that way, like if somebody picked it up and they're like, oh, let's read. Oh my god! No, I wouldn't do that. That'd be mean.
That would be.
But hilarious. There's a fine line between mean and funny. Hey, well, that's
clear
exciting.
My throat. And that is all that I did that I want to speak about.
Well, what did you do on Christmas Eve? Did you already say that?
I went and saw duels in Washington Square Park.
Oh, okay.
Lightsaber duels were Christmas Eve.
Those were your big plans? Because I remember you said that you're like, oh, I can't do Christmas Eve. I have plans. It was to go watch.
Yes. Well,
lightsaber LARPing.
Yes. Well, it was go to watch lightsaber LARPing with someone.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes. So
we won't pry.
No.
I don't want you to tell me your wish.
No. I made a friend, and I agreed that I would not discuss this friend on the podcast.
Oh, how exciting!
Yes. So
I tell everyone, I don't care if you want me to mention your name or not. I'm going to talk about you. In fact, if somebody annoys me, I say, you're going to be in my podcast. But I guess if you want to keep having friends, you should probably not do that. So that's good.
I'm going to keep some things just for myself.
I'm going to go back back in time. And say, first of all, when I just did this, I just realized like how large I've gained so much weight. It's so absurd. Like, and so I just look at my pudgy little fingers and my fat little cheeks. Ugh. Anyway, I'm back on Weight Watchers. I'm gonna annoy the shit out. I'm annoying everybody with my 0 point thing again because I've got 18, 19, 20 days. No, 16. So I got like 18, 19 days until I have to play in the softball tournament, and I will
Mm.
lose. I will lose 20 pounds before that.
I do
So
have to because
I
I
will.
think this our weeks overlapped on this because I did forget one thing. Um, did you watch the new batch of Stranger Things?
Ah, yes.
Uh,
I got the shit I've watched. Hold on a second.
Got to
Dylan's gonna be so
re-energize.
sad when I go to dinner later tonight, and I'm like, another energy drink. Yeah. You know what? I gotta say this to the fans of Stranger Things. Might I caution you to not get crazy. So, because it happened to the fans of Lost, it happened to
Mhm.
the fans of Game of Thrones, and
Yes.
you get so built up, and you set your expectations so high, and then you're gonna get disappointed. And some of you are getting a little crazy online, so calm it down and just enjoy the show. And
Yeah.
I think it's great. I still think that kid is the weakest link as far as the actors are concerned. But I did, as ridiculous as the coming out scene was,
Mhm.
I did tear up a little bit towards it
Oh, did you?
when they all were standing up and saying,
I
it reminded me of that movie that you like when they all stand up and he's like, I'm
oh,
gay, and everybody in the town was gay, and it's
In
so
and Out. I
endearing.
love that movie. I like that scene. I didn't tear up. You know what scene I teared up? When Steve was gonna crawl across the ladder on the stairs,
Yes,
and he was like, "Not you too," and then he hugged him. I was like, "Ugh,
when they were
that
fighting earlier.
that kid needs therapy. He's been through
Yeah,
so much."
when they were fighting earlier, and it was
Hmm.
just like, it's so obvious that what you guys are going through right now. Just say, like, you're pushing him away because you're afraid he'll die. Where
Yeah.
And listen, kid, we're all afraid he's gonna die.
Oh no,
None of
not my
us want him to
Steve.
die, but I think he's going to.
No, you can take Nancy, and you can take I forget his name, Nancy's boyfriend. I don't
Yeah.
like them. I mean, they're fine, but you can take them. Don't touch Steve.
Oh,
Leave Steve.
that was a pretty good scene too.
Oh, that was a good. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Honestly, that scene, I was like, oh, these two are about to die. That
that's
was
what I
just
thought.
too. They were unloading so much on each other. I was like, oh, this is their end.
Just take that sentence and you could the same could be said about heated rivalry.
Oh, I'm actually reading my heated rivalry notes.
They were unloading so much on each other.
Uh,
I think I just got a verbal Jesus from Caitlin. That shake your head kind. Jesus. Yeah. Anyway, I loved it. I think it's great.
Yeah. Are you going to watch it in theaters?
No, because you can't get the 10 minutes after they announced the theaters, it was sold out.
I went on after I watched them because I was like, I'm not going to watch the theaters. Then after I was like, I got to see this in theaters. Pulled up every theater in town. Every one of them are sold out.
Yeah, same here. I mean, we could have driven to Melbourne, I think, and seen it. But
that when the kid came out as gay, that everyone in Melbourne was like, we ain't seeing that queer shit.
Oh,
and
right. Oh, I should go on StubHub. We'll probably get it. Probably get this. But none of the seats were together. They were all over the place. Yeah. So, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was
really
good.
dug it. I can't wait. Wednesday.
Yeah. It's sad to hear
p.m.
like about all the troubles that Hopper's having in real life.
What do you mean?
I heard he was like that well, first of all, Lily Allen made a whole album about how terrible he is.
Were they together?
They were.
Listen, I specifically with this show, I don't pay attention to any of the outside noise. I just watch the show. I don't want to know any of the Hollywood gossip with the Stranger Things because they're not real people. They're just characters in Indiana, and that's all I need to know about them.
All right. Well, I won't tell you then that there was
now
an
you have to tell me.
investigation about him harassing
what?
Elle.
Not
and
Hopper.
then he like had an affair with the costume designer or something.
No.
But he had an agreement. And you should listen to Lily Allen. Did you watch her on SNL? Did you watch the whole thing? It's like every song is like really
Who hosted with her?
terrible. I forget, but
there were a couple episodes I didn't watch.
You wouldn't have watched it because Dakota Fanning made a cameo in her song.
Oh no,
and you would not have
no.
enjoyed that.
I don't
But-
trust anyone who's friends with Dakota Fanning.
Oh, it's just this whole it's a thing. Dylan
No,
Dylan
not
loves
Dakota
Lily
Fanning.
Allen.
I like Dakota Fanning.
Oh,
Dakota Johnson. I
Dakota
don't like.
Johnson, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson made the appearance. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and I think that he, it's all coming down on him really hard.
I don't
Also-
believe it. Fake news. Fake
Quote.
news.
Also, a quote from Heated Rivalry.
Well, that's
all
a
right, so-
shame.
yeah, really great. I'm really digging it. I'm really sad. There's only one
Mhm.
episode left. That's what we're doing New Year's Eve. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah, but it's 2.5 hours long, so it's a nice. It's basically the length as the past seasons have all been. So
Wow. I'm gonna start with what I did this last weekend and
Yeah.
tell you that 2.5 hours is nothing to us
yes,
because we watched the entire Harry Potter series movies
in what 2 days?
in 2 days. And let me tell you something.
That's
a
4 movies a
lot.
day.
That is a lot.
Yeah,
A lot of I need to go get a massage because my body aches from sitting on a couch for 20 hours.
Mm.
It is Dylan, I got to tell you, he's a trooper. He doesn't watch TV, but we all agreed we were going to do this because we thought Jen wanted to. So we were like, let's do this. We've always talked about doing this with Jen, so we're going to do it. We're going to sit down and make this happen. And like after the 4th movie, like every time a movie would end, Dylan's like, do you guys want to take a break? Want to move around? You want to do something? And then I was like, well, we can't stop now. And I played the next one, and when it was over, he was like, hey, anybody want to pause and take a break? And it was just, it's a lot. But I hate to say it, but those are some good movies. I actually,
Yeah.
I understood all of it. When you, my problem is when this made up crap, right? Like like movies are real. Like they're all made up, but when it's like made up words and made up like places and all this kind of stuff, you can't go 2 years in between movies and expect I'm going to retain what happened in the last one. So
Yeah.
now, so we went through and watched them all, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's how everything relates to it all. And, it was very fascinating. I almost didn't make it though, because we got to 6 and we finished 6. And I'm like, okay, the last 2 are always on. And I know exactly what happens in the last 2. And the first Deathly Hallows is boring. So I don't want to watch it, and we don't have to watch the rest of it. But we pushed through.
yeah.
That was good.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, in none of the Harry Potter movies do they send Angela Bassett to space, so it's tough to get through them sometimes.
One of the descriptions of our podcast is it talks about Angela Bassett in space, and I see it all the time, and it cracks me up every
Oh,
time.
does it?
I do
Are
have
they
to- I have a-
AI written?
I have a sad announcement to make, though. This makes me very sad.
Are they canceling your favorite show?
Now, I am.
You are.
I
Why?
am.
What happened?
I am debating, and I have like another week to decide, or until like Wednesday of next week to decide. But I'm debating getting rid of my Paramount Plus subscription.
Oh, because of CBS.
Yeah, and doing away with all things Paramount Plus or Paramount, like everything. Ryan and I were talking about it, and it's like that would include RuPaul's Drag Race, which isn't
Yeah.
sad for me to let go, because I've
Yeah.
watched anything past the first
You
season.
got to get rid of MTV. You got to get rid
Yeah.
of Comedy Central, Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Now
and-
I don't pay for Paramount Plus. Someone else in my family does. So I don't tell people to cancel whatnot, but I refuse to pay for it. But I do
Yeah.
have
I
password for
yeah, I'm just
someone who
I
is
can't
paying.
the latest thing was a little too much for me, and it's an inconvenience, but now's the time to do it, right? Because the shows have been gone. I'm telling you, 90% of what I watch is on Paramount.
Yeah. You're gonna have so much free time.
Yeah. But I mean, but I'll get Athena in space, because she's on ABC, and until they buy up all of that, I'm just glad that Netflix is gonna, or that Stranger Things will end before they buy Netflix, because then I'll have to give up Netflix. Anyway, so just
Yeah.
quickly, if I can,
Yeah.
I don't know
You
if I
may.
can do this quickly or not. It was a busy couple of weeks. So I'm not going to talk so much about last week as I am the week before. So the week before, we went to see. I was going to give a shout out to Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center because they give us media tickets to go and see shows. We went to see The Outsiders, which is touring and was there. Have you seen this show?
I haven't. It's on my list that I want to see.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good show.
Oh.
It won the Tony for Best Musical the year it came out.
It did.
And I do want to say that there's this really, really cool choreography.
The fight scene.
All of the fight scenes.
The choreography is what everybody talked about in it.
You feel it, right? So in the beginning, if you don't know the story of The Outsiders, it's like the Greasers versus the Socias. Right?
If you don't know the story of The Outsiders, you didn't go to school in America. Every school kid had to read
go to
The
school
Outsiders.
in America now.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So it's like the it's the Greasers. It's like West Side Story. It's like all of these tales, like these different groups of people, like American Graffiti, all of that. You've got the haves and the have-nots, and somebody on the have-nots falls in love with somebody on the haves, and it's a big thing to do. But the Greasers are never supposed to go in the Socias area, and the Socias really just beat up the Greasers constantly. That's how this goes. And the Greasers just defend themselves, but they always get in trouble. And so there's
because they're the poor side. They're from the wrong side of the tracks.
So in the beginning of it, there's all these scenes where like the Socias are beating up. Like there's a scene where they beat up Pony Boy in the very beginning, and it is so intense. Like he just the actor just like commits and like gets hit, and his body just goes limp, and like everything. There's this loud boom. It's almost like they try to make you feel what he would feel if he got hit for real. And so it's like it hits him, and then the whole set like tilts. But it's like how it tilts is all the actors on the set, like as he falls and as he tilts to fall down, they all pick up a piece of the set, and it kind of in slow motion does this thing where he's like, and then even the sound, like the sound that you would hear if you got hit in the head. And like there's a big boom, and
like that ringing in your ears.
Yeah, that was brilliant. What's weird about the show, and I'm surprised it won, Best Musical for this, the lyrics to the songs.
I will say,
match
when it came out in the Tonys and everything, and it was on there. This is what was interesting about the show. It's a musical. All I heard was raving about the actors and the choreography. Never once did I hear anybody praise the music in this.
Yeah, because there would be a line, and you can just anticipate what the next line's going to be, because every once in a while they rhyme.
Yeah,
there was like, it's almost as if they went out of their way to make sure it wasn't going to, and it just you expect to hear a certain thing, and then it's something completely different. You're like, well, that was a weird way to say that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm glad I didn't. There was an opportunity to go see Outsiders or go see Stranger Things when we were in New York with you, and I'm glad we chose not to see Outsiders.
Yeah, particularly now with all of the details of the last season, I keep seeing it on TikTok and stuff. People like, I shouldn't have to see a Broadway show to understand the entire backstory of a character, and I shouldn't. But I chuckled to myself, and I was like, I saw it. I understand the character.
I don't think that you have to.
No, but it enriches the experience.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
So I say, come to New York, see Stranger Things.
Here's the thing: did you know that Vecna's in?
Yeah, he's here. He's in the Broadway show now.
Oh no, he's in Harry Potter.
Oh yes, he is. Yeah,
he's the guy that steals the wand.
Yeah. He's also, the actor is on the stage show here through the end of the month.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I saw that he was on a show recently, Jimmy Fallon, and they had him giving quotes from other movies. And
as Vecna?
As Vecna.
Yeah.
And one of them was, I want you to draw me wearing this, wearing only this. Kind of made me laugh.
I don't know if this is weird, but I'm strangely attracted to him when he does his Vecna voice, not in the Vecna makeup.
I think
it does it for me. It does it for me.
I know that's probably weird. People probably don't think so, but in this interview, he was wearing this shirt that was like unbuttoned down to here, and he's doing this Vecna. Yeah. You would like it. You should find it.
Yeah.
So anyways, did that. After we saw that, we flew out to New York the next day. So for Dylan's birthday, Now I'm gonna do this in reverse order from when I saw them because I don't want to start with the best thing I've ever seen in my life. So we're gonna start with um, these are shows I saw while I was in New York. Um, let's see. I got them in order.
Please stand by. We'll be with you
Yeah,
momentarily.
while I try to. Oh, here we go. So, Dylan didn't want to see a bunch of shows, like, cause
Yeah.
what'll happen is like I'll go to New York and like
Wait a minute. Wait. So you came to New York for his birthday. You were like, "Happy birthday, husband, love of my life." Like, go away. I have shows to see.
look, it's even worse than that, Jeremy. So here's what it is: we were gonna go to New York Thursday, or no, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday for his birthday.
Yeah.
I said, let's go up Wednesday in the morning, and we'll go to a show Wednesday and Thursday, and then that'll be it. And then the rest of it's your birthday, right?
Yeah.
This is what the plan was. Well, then he decided that we were going to do his dinner and all that stuff on Friday. His actual birthday was Saturday, but he was like, we can go see a show. So it's like, okay, well, we'll go see a show. And then while we were in line, he's like, if you want to see two, that's okay. You don't have. So I actually went. So this one I saw by myself on his actual birthday.
Oh, Jesus.
I ditched him to go see this show.
I hope it was worth it.
Well, I mean, it was Little Bear Ridge Road. Have you heard about the show with Laurie
Have you heard this? Have
Metcalf?
you seen this? Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the show, man? It's this really tragic show. It's not a musical; it's just a play. And I wanted to go see it because I've heard great things about it, but also it was closing the next day.
Yeah.
And Jen didn't want to see it. She wanted to go see art, but I was like, I hear that's not really a great show. It's just good performances. But Little Bear Ridge Road was super good. I always say this when I come back from New York and I see some show that was really moving. But to see professional people like just commit 100% to a role, it's incredible. It is a wonderful experience. It is why I love going there. It is why I will spend every penny I ever make to see whatever show I can see in New York because I just love it. She was super good in that. So I would recommend that you go see it, but you can't because it's closed. But anyway, that was really good. Oh, you know what else is pretty cool about all of this too? I don't know if I told you, Ryan drew my name in Secret Santa and he got me this like little passport.
Yeah,
thing.
the passport book.
Yeah. So I got 4 stamps. To stamp the shows that I went to go see. So we saw that. Now, what we saw Saturday matinee is we were trying to decide what to go see, and Jen really wanted to see Two Strangers Carrying a Cake Across New York because she's been looking this up. And we actually the day before saw them, like Friday, we were out in Chinatown, and I was like, I just made a joke because I saw somebody with red hair, and I said, oh. I said, look, it's the cast of Two Strangers Carrying a Cake. It actually was. It was the 2 stars of it there because Jen looked over and she's like, oh my God, that really is them. And I'm like, oh, I was trying to be funny. And turns out it was real. So anyway, she was really adamant we go see this. And it wasn't until Dylan said it was okay for me to go see Little Bear Ridge Road that night that I was like, okay, fine, well, I'll go see this. That is a good show. That is, the music is incredible. It's very endearing. You would really like it. It's just a really great show. So I highly recommend that one. I'm just trying to go through this fast because So here we go. Now we get to the shows. The reason that we went there. So Thursday night while we were there, we went to see Ragtime. I'm gonna shout out their names a little bit here because they're incredible. So everybody talks about Joshua Henry, right? He's the guy who plays Cole House Walker Jr. He's stunning. It's really great. People might recognize him. Maybe he was guest on in ABC's Beauty and the Beast 30th celebration. He's also in Tick, Tick, Boom, which I have yet to see, but apparently a lot of people on Broadway now were in Tick, Tick, Boom. So he was in that
movie. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I love Andrew Garfield, so why? All right, so then he played Cole House Walker. If you know the show, then you know these characters. If you don't, you should watch it. Cassie Levy was his mother. I found this out afterwards when I was kind of looking all this up. She originated the role of Elsa on Broadway, and she was super good. There's this guy. He's an openly gay actor, but he wasn't playing a gay character. He plays like the immigrant character, Brandon. Uranowitz. I'm guessing how to play that. Anyway, he was super good in this. Like all these individual performances were really great. Colin Donnell, who was in Chicago Med,
Mm,
which is a show that I watch, which I get to keep watching because it's not on Paramount.
that's ABC, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
NBC?
it's
ABC.
it's Peacock.
Ah,
Uh,
Peacock.
and then, but this was the standout performance to me because like everybody goes to see these shows because they're like, oh, this guy Joshua Henry's going to be amazing. He was great, but Ben Levin Ross, he plays Mother's younger brother. He is also Elsbeth's son in the show Elsbeth, and he was fantastic. It's a really good show. If you don't know it's just very timely. I'm sure that there's a reason they relaunched Ragtime this year,
Yeah.
but it's sort of like it's the intersection where like rich white people meets an immigrant community and a black community at the turn of the century, and it's surprising how much it looks like the world today. So that was incredible. Now, what we were most excited to see was the night we got there was to see chess. Now, I told you a little bit about this when we saw each other on Friday night while
Yeah.
we were there. But you said to me that the show is really good and everyone's talking about this guy, Nicholas Christopher,
Yeah.
as being the standout performer in the show and that it's really great.
Which is
And
difficult to do because the show also has Leah Michelle and Aaron Tevitz in it. So you would think
yes,
that
yes,
they would be the standouts.
correct, which is the information that's in my head is that, well, Leah Michelle and Aaron Tveit are in this, so I'm going to go to the show and you're going to say this guy's good, it'll be good. Nothing can prepare you. No amount of any gushing about how great something is can prepare you for just how incredible this guy is. It is like he is singing, and it's like he reaches into the audience and grabs your soul and shakes it, and then does it again and again and again. And it is so overwhelming. It is incredible. Now I don't know if it's the seats we had or whatever, but like because we were like in the dead center, like sixth row, so it's close to the stage. It's not like a far six rows back. It's pretty close to the stage, so you can see every detail of their faces, and like this guy would like sing and his vein would pop out of his head, and you could just see the emotion coming out of him. But it starts like this, right? It starts where he comes out and this guy sings a song, and you're like, all right, this guy's here to play. He's here to say, I'm making a name for myself. He sings the song and it's really good. And then Aaron Tveit comes out and he's like, but I am also in the show. And then he lays down the song. And then Leah Michelle comes out and says, let me show you why you bought your ticket, because you bought your ticket to see me. And she comes out and boom. And all of this is incredible. And then this guy goes, no, wait. You may have bought your ticket to see her, but you're going to leave here talking about me, and I'm going to nail it with this song. And he sings Anthem. This is the last song of the first act. And he sings this song, and it's so powerful. And it's just him singing about he's decided to defect to leave Russia, and reporters are harassing him about it. And he sings this song about how he loves his country, and even though he's leaving, his heart will always be in this country. And it's just this powerful, sad, incredible song that this guy, like, he comes right down center stage, right at the edge of the stage, and is just wailing this song. I felt my body sinking in and my shoulders are moving forward, and I'm just like melting into this moment. And you talk about those moments when you're like, I can't believe that I'm sitting here experiencing this thing. And it was so incredible and so just powerful. And he sings that last note and everything goes black for like 10 seconds. And then the house lights come up and this is intermission. And Jen and I just look at each other, tears streaming, just because it wasn't like, oh, this is so sad. It's just like, this is so intense. And
Yeah.
then they come back for act 2 and it's like, Aaron Tveit's like, I see what you did there, but I'm gonna outdo you. And then he sings the song, and then Lee Michelle's like, yeah, but I still have this other song to sing, and so I'm gonna do that. And it was like a competition for like who could be the most incredible. I have not experienced anything like that. If you're anywhere near the United States and can get to New York to see chess, you should do it. It's at TKTS. It is just when it was over, I said, you could cancel Broadway now. There nothing else is there. I will say that was I was moved by Gypsy with Audra McDonald. No, I wish that we saw Chess the last night because we saw Ragtime the next day, and I was like, y'all are so good, but I'm sorry, you just do not compare to the powerfulness that was Chess. It was just the best thing I've ever seen. Anyway, a lot of other stuff happened, but I know we got some fun lists and stuff we want to get through, so I'm going to table all that. My apologies to the gremlin who was waiting for me to tell a story about that. I'll just tell us real quick. So Dylan's friend, he calls her, he compares it to a gremlin. You know, like you put water on a gremlin, all hell breaks loose. But with her, it's liquor. So you put liquor on his friend, she turns it to a gremlin. And so after everybody left, the Don't Tell Mamas, which is cool because I shout out to Jerry Diefenbach, who was the piano player there, who we knew from 25 years ago when we lived there, and we got to see him, and it was great. But when we left, they wanted to go to the jazz bar a couple of doors down, and I'm like, me and drunk people, I was like, bye, because like y'all go have fun. I just when the flip switches, I gotta go home.
Yeah. Did they want to go there because they like jazz, or they wanted to go there because they just wanted to stay out all night and the bar looked cool?
Yes. Why not both? No, the daughter loved jazz and wanted to go to the jazz club. So they went to the jazz club and they had a great time. Well, about 12:45 in the morning, the door opens to the room and Dylan comes in with his friend. And they put the daughter to bed and they come in. And so Dylan starts telling us that he calls his friend the gremlin. And she's there and she's like, I'm not a gremlin. And what's so funny about it, though, is that we were legit watching Gremlins. It was on TV. But it was on a commercial break. So he's like, she's a gremlin. And Jen's like, that's on TV right now. So when it comes back and she's by this point, she's sprawled out on Jen's bed. And she's like, I'm not a gremlin. And the scene is in Gremlins when they're in the bar and they're taking over the bar. Right. And so like they'll be doing something, one swinging from a ceiling fan, and Jen goes, there you are. And then there's like another one. She's like, that's you. And she's like, that's not me. And then it goes to the one where it's like she has the thing pouring in the beer. She's taking the beer out of the tap, or the gremlin is. And then she's like, there you are. And then she goes, okay, maybe that one. And then she gets in the other one. That's not me. It was hilarious. We laughed so hard. But then, then there was a conversation ensued about walking around Manhattan at 1 a.m. I was like, yeah, this what a great day. What a great birthday party you had. Let's go ahead and end that and go to bed. So we didn't get to scones in the next morning, because it was like, I didn't get to sleep until like 2, even though I don't have a drink, I didn't go out. I'm just like, okay. So we didn't go that night, but we did go the next day, and it was so good. Do you think people get tired of hearing me talk about how good they are? They're worth it. I don't care what you say,
bet
Jeremy.
the Irish lady who owns them doesn't get tired of hearing them.
Right? She actually is there making them too.
Yeah.
She's always there.
You watch that that show on CNN, Breaking Bread, with that one actor, Tony Shalhoub. His first episode was bakeries in Manhattan, and one of them was the Irish soda bread place. And he was talking to her, and because they make them in the muffin tins, and they have that muffin shape. And he's like, oh, they kind of look like muffins. And she's like, don't you ever call them a muffin. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. She got really offended he called them a muffin.
Yeah, there were people that
they're
were
very tasty. They're very
people
tasty.
from Chicago were there, like all over the place. People talking about where they came from just to get the scones. And we sat out. Making the order didn't take long at all. Getting the order was at least a half an hour. And we just kind of sat out in the cold. It was worth it.
Yeah, right now it's tough for those small places because you got to stand outside while they, all those kind of viral places, and you're just standing out in 20-degree weather.
Yeah.
For your scones.
So I wanted to do this thing where, because I got a bunch of different things of lists, and I don't know if this will be fun for you, but it'd be fun for me. I have this is People Magazine's top 10 performances of 2025. So
Okay.
these are going to be Broadway performances though. So
Oh, Broadway. Okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna read you some honorable mentions, and then you can tell me if you can figure out what the tops are. So honorable mentions. So these other ones must be incredible. Leah Salonga and Bernadette Peters for Stephen Sondheim's old friends.
Yeah.
Lewis McCartney for Stranger Things. He played
The main
Vecna's
guy,
character,
yeah.
the main guy. Andrew Durand, who was in Outlaw. Laurie Metcalf for Little Bear Ridge Road. Mark Strong for
Oh, yes.
Oedipus.
For Oedipus, yes. I've heard that's very good.
Uh,
Him
Ju-
and she might be
Leslie
in the top 10.
Manville.
Leslie Manville, yeah.
Yeah. And June Squibb and Marjorie Prime. These are all honorable mentions.
I want to see that. She is.
Yeah.
If you take the subway anywhere near the Broadway theaters, there are pictures of June Squibb everywhere. They are pushing hard to get that lady a Tony Award before she dies.
Yeah. Oh, she'll probably get it, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right. So here are the. I don't know if you want to. Do you want to try and guess one? Anyone in the
Sure.
top 10?
I'm sure all three of the chess people are in there.
Some of it's pretty gay. No, just the one. Nicholas Christopher is number 10 in the top 10. Yeah, he's the only one in there. And I'm going to tell you, that is because, I mean, look, I play softball and I'm okay at it. I'm pretty good. I have a really good batting average. And when I go, if I go 3 for 4, if you know baseball and you can follow that, cool. Then people will say, "Oh, yeah, that's about what he does." You know, but I'd have to go an entire tournament batting 1,000 before anybody would say, "Hey, that's awesome," right? So I feel like Leah Michelle and Aaron Tveit, people expect them to come out and kill it. And so when this guy came out that nobody knew and he just destroyed it, like then I think that made people say, "Oh, this guy, pick this guy." So anyway, so there's 2 very gay things about it, 3 very gay things about it, and then some other stuff.
This is shows that opened this year or that just played this year.
Yeah, these all seem to be that opened. These are defined by 2025. So it's not like anybody from Wicked is in here, you know.
Okay. I assume Audra McDonald's in there then?
No, isn't that crazy?
Hmm.
I think she's in honorable mentions, and I just didn't happen to. Oh, even George Clooney's an honorable mention.
The Sunset Boulevard girl?
No.
Jesus.
Well deserved. No, he's not there either. Joshua Henry from Ragtime is.
All right.
We already talked about it, and Nicholas Christopher from Chess is. I'm gonna start going from 10. 10 is Nicholas Christopher. Number 9, Kristen Chenoweth and The Queen of Versailles, which is now closed. I read into some people. We were at some show and they were talking to us about how they had just seen Queen of Versailles, and I don't understand why it's closing, and they're from Texas, and I wanted to be like, maybe
of course
because
they don't understand.
I think that's why you don't understand. Probably, what are you, like an oil tycoon? Like, you think? I'll tell you why nobody cares. Nobody wants to care about how your castle didn't get built when we all can't afford eggs. Anyway, so that was 9. 8, the Women of Liberation, like the whole cast of Liberation. Joshua Henry is number 7. Number 6, Jinx Monsoon in Oh Mary.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Number 5, Jonathan Groff in Just in Time. Number 4, a shout out to Stranger Things, Sadie Sink and John Proctor is the villain.
Oh, I've heard she's going back.
Oh, really?
I
would go see that.
Yeah.
I go see that now.
I heard she's going back.
Because this season, I've actually really got to enjoy her as an actress in the role that she's playing. I don't think I've liked this character in any season until this one. Number 3, Jasmine Amy Rogers in Boop, the musical. Number 2, Sarah Snook in The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Yeah. She won the Tony for that. Yeah.
Number 1, the cast of Purpose.
They're bringing Purpose back too, I heard.
Of course, I'm now singing a Justin Timberlake song in my head. Do you want to go over the box office, like the top 5 box office movies of 2025, or do you want to go to our list? Because this is getting kind of lengthy.
Yeah, we can go to our list. Yeah, because we're at what, an hour and 20 minutes now.
Yeah, let's do it. So we
Yeah.
decided what we would do is we would write down our top 5 best shows that we've covered. So these are just the shows we've covered, our favorite 5 and our least favorite.
Least
5.
favorite. Yeah.
So we're gonna start with least favorite, so
We'll
can
start
end
with
on a good
least
note.
from 5 up to 1, and we'll just go back and forth. You want to go first?
Did you rank yours? I didn't really rank
I did.
mine.
Oh, yeah, I
I
ranked
just
them.
said.
I want the best to know that they are the best, and I want the worst to know they are the worst.
Yeah, I mean, for my 5 worst, you all sucked equally. None of you was any bit better than the rest.
Here's the thing. Some of my worst isn't like you were, oh my God, you were terrible. It was, you were so bland and boring that I didn't even remember watching you until Rick sent me the list.
I had to go back and look up. Like I almost made a sub list of like, these are the ones I had to go back and look up. Because one of them I had to look up, I actually kind of enjoyed. Like I couldn't really remember the potato one.
That's not in my top 5, but I did like that one.
All right. So, and I also will say this. I decided my top 5 would only be shows that I hadn't seen already. So we covered shows like Rent, Brokeback Mountain, Love, Simon. I didn't include any of those in my top 5.
I did not follow that.
Okay. Because I just wanted to let new things be highlighted. And then I got a bunch of honorable mentions. So you want to go first? Your least favorite?
Yeah, I can go first. All right, well, I'll start 5 and then move to 1. So my number 5 pick of the worst thing we watched this year, The Christmas Writer. I found that to be very dull and boring, and the worst Hallmark holiday movie we watched this year. Yeah, I said it. The worst of all of the Hallmark movies. Yeah.
I can't,
yeah.
Caitlin, jot the time. We're going to edit that out.
For those who don't remember, it was just a few weeks ago. It's the one where a lesbian romance novelist returns to her hometown after her mother's death, struggling with writer's block, and she meets a single mom who owns a bookstore who forces her to make some life-changing choices. Which, again, that is basically every Hallmark movie. It wasn't a terrible movie. It was just a very boring movie. Like, looking through the list, I was like, ugh. That movie did nothing
was on
for me.
point. Ugh. Anyway, but
the acting was okay with that one.
Your opinion is valid. I will accept that for you.
Now, what wrong decision did you make for your number 5?
Oh, well, let me try to do it real quick.
Yeah, try to rank them real quick. This is more fun.
The worst show.
Start with number 5.
Yes. Number 5. Yeah. Oh, okay. Things Like This. That's the one where the guy ate the frosting out of the cup walking through the park.
Yes, that was. That didn't make it to my top 5, but yes, that was terrible. Yeah,
that'll be. Oh wait, that's number. Yeah, that's not the worst. It's number 5. Okay, cool.
That's number 5.
It's the least of the worst. Okay.
My number 4. Now, my number 4 I picked not because I thought, it's a terrible movie, but when I had originally seen this, I had not seen the Broadway show. And then I saw the Broadway show, and then we watched the movie again. And I was like, oh, the movie is not good. And it's The Prom on Netflix.
Really?
After seeing the stage show and then watching this movie again, I did not care for it.
I was just told that AI is probably going to make a video of the most said word in this podcast, and it's me going, really? I just feel like there are so many horrible movies that we've covered that you've forgotten about.
Now, something also I kind of factored into this is budget and your ability to make this movie. This movie had A-list stars and Netflix money thrown behind it, and it was still not good. The amount of money that was thrown at this movie with Meryl Streep and Nicole Kidman.
You saw it on Broadway?
No, I saw this. I didn't see it on Broadway. We saw the stage show. And this is a story that works so much better on stage than it does in a movie. Also, I'm not a James Corden hater like everybody else, but he is so horribly cast in this movie that absolutely should have been Nathan Lane. And for that, you are in my bottom 5.
Oh, it should have been Nathan Lane.
It absolutely should have been Nathan Lane.
All right. So that was your number 4?
Yep.
My number 4 was Riley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not a great movie.
Not a great
Not
movie.
in my bottom 5, but not a great movie.
Who's
in Riley? The Russian from A Heated Rivalry. We'll talk
Really?
about him later. Yeah. He's the guy in when they go in, he goes to his house to make the video. They're working on the project.
Oh.
That's
gay
him.
one.
Yeah.
Huh. Still terrible. Still terrible.
Still a terrible movie, but he's in it and I love him now.
Yeah. It was like the gay Varsity Blue. It just didn't do it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And I
Number
can't imagine a world. I cannot imagine a world where the prom is equally as bad as Riley.
Welcome
But I
to
get
this world. You're gonna love this one. My number 3, Tangerine.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw and I said Jeremy's going to put that on his list because you
Now-
hated it the first time we saw it.
I hated it the first time I saw it, and I have learned to hate it more now because I have learned that I don't care for Sean Baker or his way of making movies. All of his movies are, we're going to stop and talk, and then I'm going to have a montage of people walking. And they're going to stop and talk, and they're going to have a montage of people walking and talking. He makes the driest, most boring movies, which I don't understand how his movies are so boring because they're all about sex. They're all about sex workers and sex and lust. And he's the only man I have ever seen take sex and make it so boring to watch. So for that, Sean Baker, you're at number 3.
It definitely was. It's definitely a boring film.
Very boring.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. Maybe it's the quality of the film. Like it looked like it was a deliberate decision to make it look super indie.
He shot it on an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's that look you're looking at.
Yeah.
I'm shooting it on an iPhone, and I'm going to have everybody walk around LA and then record them. It's not a movie, Sean Baker, but enjoy your 5 Oscars, I guess.
Now I don't know this next one for me. So I'm on my number 3. This probably should have been like number 4 because I got confused in the cursory labeling them as to what order the really bad ones were.
Sure.
It's like when somebody says turn the air up. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Does it mean that you're going colder or hotter? Is the thing about Harry.
Oh, yeah. I didn't hate the thing
I
about
didn't hate
Harry.
it that much either. So I don't know that this really belongs on the list, but I wouldn't know what.
It's not a good movie. Let's start there. It is not a good movie. Again, it's like The Christmas Writer. It takes all the tropes from that genre and doesn't do them good at all.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it's
I could have put Pee Wee as himself there, but I feel like I'd be canceled if I said I hated Pee Wee as himself. But I did not like that. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm changing it. My number 3 is Pee Wee as himself. All right. What's your number 2?
Number 2, and I know you're probably going to disagree with this one, but I don't care what anybody says. The acting from everyone in this movie was terrible. It was The Wedding Banquet. I did not care for any of the Oh, I take that back. The young Asian guy, I thought he was okay. Everybody else was like phoning it in. Bowen Yang, I love Bowen Yang on SNL, but he is not a good actor. He is the same character in everything. And
well, you're going to hate him now because he's not on it anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
There goes our invitation to be on his podcast.
But Kate McKinnon's the same thing. Like, she was amazing on SNL, but what has she done since she went off? Because that's what your bread and butter is. You're a actor, like a live SNL type actor.
Yeah.
You don't branch out from that. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. You're good at sketch comedy, but like Kate McKinnon, at least she hasn't shown me yet, like a really good, meaty, juicy acting role.
Kristen Wiig was able to. I was worried about Kristen Wiig. It took her a
really
few
well.
movies to get there. But like,
but this movie was just very boring, and I didn't really care for it.
I have it on my honorable mentions. I liked it.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I knew you were going to be disappointed. I put it on my bad list.
My number two. I'm gonna tell you what. Number one and number two for me are interchangeable, but number two,
Yeah.
Swan Song.
I almost put Swan Song on my top 5, and I was like, because a lot of these, I was like, I have to sit with them to say, was it just the spur of the moment after watching them, or did I really not like it, or did I really like it? And I feel like we just watched that one like 2 weeks ago, but I almost put that on my top 5 because it is very boring.
Yeah, top 5 least favorites. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very boring. What's your number one least favorite thing we watched this season?
My least
This
favorite
season,
thing
this
we
year.
watched this season, and it is a TV show, and I know it should have been number 1 because I have yet to go back and watch the rest of the season because I didn't care. And it doesn't matter because it got canceled. Mid-Century Modern.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I
love
get it.
Nathan Lane. I love Matt Bomer. Matt Bomer is atrocious in this. Like you're talking about the house sitter guy. He's like dialed up to 11 and it's just too much.
Yeah.
And Nathan Lane should have passed on this and done the prom and we all could have been better for it.
It's like they were trying to convince him to be a twink, and it's like he's aged out of that. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. It was a great concept, and it could have been done better. So I'm going to give you that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have said it.
But
was,
I haven't
it
gone
was
back.
worth.
I haven't gone back watched it yet.
I don't think it was worse than anything that I've listed on here, but yeah, I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
So that'll tell you that it wasn't great. It's up there with Heated Rivalry.
We'll see.
The
and what's
worst.
your number 1?
The absolute worst thing that we watched that pains me, that I would have to contemplate whether I would watch Naked Boy Singing again before I would watch this show, which I think we can both agree Naked Boy Singing is the worst thing we've had to watch.
Absolutely.
True Love. That was the little 7 stories.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. See,
You're
that's
lucky.
another one of those where it's like, it's 7 little short films. So,
I mean,
it's fine.
I can't. Oh, remember the one where like the guy had the daughter? It's just so bad. They were bad. But hey,
yeah, but
to the list of the 5 worst things that I had to watch this year. Kudos for making it.
Yeah, you got out there and you made,
you
and
got
that
it out
goes
there.
to that thing
People
where it's
watched
like,
it.
compared to who had the money to make
I
what they
made a
want to make,
movie.
and who struggled to get it out there.
And I'm struggling to get it out there. So good for y'all. All right, here we go. Top 5.
Okay, top 5 best things we saw this year.
Let me try.
And I think all but one of them, I think you'll agree with me.
All but one of them.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, but one of them, I'll agree with you. Okay.
I said all but one of them. I think you're going to agree.
Do I have to? I have to put them in an order.
I mean, you
favorite,
can if you want. I have mine in an order.
I'm gonna put mine in an order, but we'll just know that it's arbitrary.
All right. So my number 5 best things we watched this year. Boots.
Your number 5?
My number 5 is Boots.
Here's what I'm gonna do. If we agree on something, then I'm gonna tell you where I put it in mine because it's on my top 5. I loved it. It's my number 1. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, that's your number 1?
Yeah, I mean, other than chess, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, I would not argue with anyone wanting to put this at number 1. It was an amazing show. A lot of it, because it's that time frame of when I went through basic training, so I resonated with a lot of it. I don't want to upset you if you haven't already heard this news, but Netflix canceled it and is not renewing it, which is so disappointing. But it's such a good contained story that I'm not that heartbroken that there's not more of it.
It was a good time to end it, so it's cool. I like shows that don't drag on. Like I think the Brits got that right. They'll do a show for 1 or 2 seasons, and a lot of them just one.
But this was such a good show, and it's full of nostalgia for me, and all the acting in it was fantastic. Hot guys all around. Yeah. And has everything I want in a show.
And it provided me the top 5 on my laminated list, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you could just put the cast of Boots and just have one.
My number 4, which also I'm positive this is in your top 5, I'm sure. A Nice Indian Boy.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Love that movie.
it's high
So
on my
good.
list. High on my list. Yeah,
Um,
it's like number 2 or 3.
but yeah, for those who didn't see that one, that's the one with the Jonathan Groff, who starts dating what's his name? I don't know the actor's name. Where's my cast list? Oh, there it is. Karan Soni. He plays Naveen. And it's just a cute romantic comedy about dating within a different culture. And just everything in that movie was just fantastic.
Yeah, it's about
Such a good movie.
stereotypes. That scene when he makes that video and at the end of it, I melted. I loved it.
Yeah. So it's on. It's now. I think I saw it's on Hulu now. So if you have Hulu, check it out because it's such a good movie.
So good.
So good. My number 3, Twinless, which
Yeah, I get it. It's because of the S, isn't it?
listen, there's obvious. If you look at, there's a theme in my top 5, and it's all about these unexpected kind of romances that blossom up in unexpected places. And Twinless was, and it was just such a weird concept, and just such a quirky, such a good movie. I honestly, I don't think we'll see him in the awards conversation, but I think Dylan O'Brien absolutely deserves recognition, Oscar nomination or something from this movie. I thought he was just phenomenal in it, and I just loved it.
Agreed. It's definitely in my honorable mentions. It was very tough to whittle this down to 5. I could have done a top 10 easily, but to get down to 5, a lot of these things are just interchangeable, and Twinless was definitely on that list. Yeah. It was a weird. It's not. It's one of those movies that it is about something that you did not think it was about going into it, and it's really cool.
I like a nice twist, and the twist comes halfway through the movie. You don't have to wait till the end.
Yeah.
And then it's like, holy shit. And it's such a different movie from that point. It's so good.
Yeah.
The next one, I know you won't agree with me, but that's because you're wrong. My number 2 is Heated Rivalry. It is an amazing show. The last 2 episodes are phenomenal. And it focuses not just on the relationship between Shane and Ilya, but on this other hockey player. And it's just so fucking good. And they've already announced that a second season is coming. It definitely falls in line with the whole red, white, royal, blue. So if you're into the whole kind of that red, white, and royal blue, gay romantic comedy kind of dramedy kind of stuff, it's just, I loved it. I didn't think I was going to love it from the first 2 episodes, but from that 3rd episode on, it becomes a different show. The 3rd episode actually completely focuses on this other hockey player. It doesn't even focus on Shane and Ilya until the 4th episode, but then that all ties into it. It's so good, and just the the relationship between them, the way it builds, and certain things that happen that make them kind of rely on each other. It's fantastic. It's amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And anyone who doesn't like this show hates gay people.
I have 2 seasons of The Diplomat to get through. And once I'm done with the 2 seasons of The Diplomat that I have to watch, I will go back and watch these just so in about 5 weeks I can confirm that, no, you're wrong.
Now, this is going to be one of those shows that you're not going to watch initially because you're like, oh, all the hype, blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to watch it and you're going to ask yourself, it's like Ted Lasso. You're going to ask yourself why you didn't go watch the whole thing
I will find
in one night.
Okay. That's that's like comparing it to the Holy Grail, but we'll see. I can't judge because I haven't watched them, so I will go back and watch them. When I hit the time where I can go 24 hours without seeing the 2 of them do an interview somewhere, then I'll go back and watch the rest of them. Yeah. And I'll let you know.
The interviews will start to dampen down because the season finale happened on Friday, so the press tour is over. So you don't have to worry until 2027 when season 2 comes out.
We'll see. I mean, I already know what the last scene is, so it's not like that build up to that is gonna, like, that won't exist. But still, let's see about this other hockey player. All right, what's your number? Oh wait, my number 2.
That was my number 2.
I have to pick a number 2. I'm gonna go with Oh well, I still have more because um well
But you didn't follow the rules.
well no because we didn't agree on one, like I didn't have Twinless on mine, and I didn't then offer up a different one. So just give us your number
Oh,
one and I'll
gotcha.
go through the rest of mine.
Oh, my number one. I didn't follow the same rules as you did. I took the list as its total and picked the bits on there. And the best thing we watched is probably the best thing that we would have watched in any year. It's one of the greatest films ever made, and it is Brokeback Mountain. I love it. It's Brokeback Mountain is one of those movies when you watch it, you don't think it's going to be something that you watch on repeat viewing. But I watch it at least a couple of times a year, and it's one of the greatest love stories, period, gay or straight, ever made, and it will forever be number one until Heated Rivalry season 2 comes out.
I find that interesting because I will say, dare I say, I do like Brokeback Mountain. It is a classic. It is something everyone should see, but it is also kind of boring. Um,
Oh, really? I
you know,
don't find it boring.
kind of, it can be.
No,
Yeah.
I find you boring.
Well, good thing you're not my target audience. Or good thing you're a co-host, so we don't have to worry about convincing you to listen. So here's what I had that you didn't have on the list.
Okay.
Which I dare say must all be better than Heated Rivalry, but we'll see. Lily's Not For Me. I loved that movie.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, that was all right.
That was good. This is sort of weird that I would pick this because I usually go for like the dramatic things, but I don't understand you. I absolutely loved that movie. That's the one where they where they murdered everybody.
Oh,
Because they want to adopt a baby.
that was a cute. Not would ever be in my top 5, but that is a cute movie.
Yeah, and then
you know what I almost put in my top 5? The Parenting.
Yeah. I mean that's why I mean
like
they're all
that movie.
interchangeable.
Yeah.
I'll go through like honorable mentions of things that I liked, but then rounding out the top 5, not in any particular order. Potato Dreams of America.
That was a good movie. That was
I
cute.
remember really liking that. So honorable mentions, of course, Blue Moon, which I really, really liked. Blue Moon.
Blue Moon was really good. Blue Moon is a good. It was a good performance. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that entire movie is good based solely on Ethan Hawke's performance, but it was a good movie.
I really liked Wicked for Good.
Wicked was okay. It was good.
Kiss of the Spider Woman. Even though I didn't like
all right.
how they changed it, I thought that Molina's performance was incredible. I have Twinless on there. I have The Prom on there as an honorable mention because I did like it, and also The Wedding Banquet, which is funny because you did not like that. Transamerica is on my short list.
Oh, Transamerica is a good movie. That was really good.
Love, Simon. Rent.
Oh, Love, Simon, yeah.
And
Love,
although
Simon's
we didn't
good.
technically, we did talk about it because we watched it before the Tonys. Good Night and Good Luck. I remember that being stunning.
That was very good. I left that off my list only because it wasn't specifically gay, and I was just like, oh, that was a good Broadway show that we talked about. But it was very good, yeah. And the movie itself, if you haven't seen the movie from the early 2000s, directed by George Clooney, the movie's really good too. You should check that out.
I have not. After I watch Heated Rivalry, I'll check that out.
And it's a good palate cleanser for all the hockey loving.
So that rounds out our year of 2025.
Yes.
We're looking so forward to a year of more terrible shows and some really good ones mixed in. I'll say there were more good shows this year than there were bad ones.
Yeah, I was looking at the list and there was a lot of good stuff on there. It was harder for me to put the bottom 5 together because there wasn't a whole lot on there that I hated.
Yeah.
And there was even the things on the bottom of the list, there were some good things in the little pile of turds that they were.
Speaking of piles of turds, before we wrap this up, can I tell you like the most watched video clip of this podcast is of you talking about the little kid trying to take a shit next to you.
Of course it is.
It has been watched exponentially more times than any other video that we've put out there.
I am so happy that of all the things we talked about all year, that everyone is excited about me talking about taking a shit at Macy's.
So I want you to make sure your brother is aware that
Yeah.
your shit stories
Hey.
get us views.
If we know that they like shit, I will keep talking about shit.
And that
We're
is
here
how
for the
we
people.
will wrap up.
Yes.
This
So
year.
until next year, the cork is back in the bottle.